I'm Emma and I'm an energy healing guide. Today I want to talk to you about the root chakra. So the root chakra is, some people refer to it as your first chakra, but it is where the end of your tailbone is, but also on the front side of you, it's directly in front of that end of your tailbone. So just a little bit above the pelvic bone, underneath the belly button. Like a little bit further down underneath the belly button. So the root chakra is really what your foundation is, and it's called the first chakra because if you don't feel strong and steady in this chakra, you're not going to feel good in the rest of your body. This is the area where, and as an energy healer, as a Reiki master, a lot of this is my experience, but also in studying it. This is where your relationships are. If you don't feel solid and steady in your relationships, it's where your food, water, shelter, your basic needs, your safety, and even where just your foundation of, do you feel good in your life, like your health and your well-being, that all kind of sits in this root chakra area. So when I'm saying that, those themes, what I mean is, if you don't feel like your finances are in order, if you don't feel like you can easily access food or water, if you don't feel safe in your home, if you don't feel safe in general, all of those things go into that root chakra area and make it off balance. So you don't probably feel good in your body, and you probably have a lot of behaviors that will indicate this. So one of the biggest behaviors I see coming out of the root chakra is controlling behavior. On the flip side, not the opposite of controlling, is letting everything in. So many people I'll see down here, their root chakra looks like a brick wall. Like the energy can't drain out, which we want our energy to drain, come through our crown and drain all the way through between our legs and out our hands and our feet. When I see somebody who has controlling behavior, they're not letting that energy drain out. They're like a closed brick wall here. When somebody lets everybody take advantage of them, when somebody is very good at people pleasing, and I say good ironically, people pleasing or being super derailed through their entire day, I see it almost like saloon doors, like like everything is coming in and just, it's really bad. So it's kind of interesting the contrast there, but that's where we hold a lot of controlling behavior because we don't feel solid and steady in something. So we're going to try and control something else. And I'll give you an example from my own life. Recently, I was getting into some controlling behavior because I wasn't feeling very solid with some emotional stuff I was working through, and it was specific to the root chakra. It was really, really old childhood stuff, and I felt like my whole foundation of my body was like almost rebuilding, like it completely collapsed and it was rebuilding. So in those moments, I was trying to control whatever I possibly could to feel like I had some semblance of, control over my life. So I was like OCD about the house and the cleanliness of the house, and was really getting on my boyfriend's case about it. And he was like, I'm sure he was very confused why I was behaving that way, but it was because I was trying to let go of a lot of other stuff. And I know people, who don't feel good about their money, that they'll try and control their kids or their husbands or whatever, or they're very micromanaging at work of their employees because they don't feel good about their money, or they don't feel good about their relationships at home or something like that. If your well-being is suffering, so you're not exercising enough, you're not eating well, that's all down in the root chakra as well. So our root chakra, if you haven't gotten it so far, this is the foundation of everything we do. So if you think of it as like a basement, or the the boards that make up a house, the exterior walls, and the floor. If that's off kilter, if your root chakra is off balance, you can imagine your house, your body is off balance too. It can't fully be peaceful or well because your root chakra is off. And this is where, anxiety comes in. I'll be honest with you, I have a lot of jaw issues where I clench my teeth. So I've been working through a lot of root chakra stuff, like I said, and I'm finding that as I'm working through it, this is getting better too. So that anxiety, which causes us to clench, comes from the root, comes from maybe not feeling safe in your body or having some old unresolved things. So if you want to move into a new career, for example, or you want to move to a new home or a new location, or you want to let go of a relationship or something else in your life, just like a big change, your root chakra is going to be crucial for that. You need to be able to feel safe and secure within yourself. Otherwise, you're going to feel like you don't have that safety net, and you're not going to feel like you're comfortable enough to move into that big change. And if you do, that's great, but really if you want to feel good about moving into that change and not lose your mind, not burn out, not make everybody else really upset around you, having that stability inside your root chakra is really going to help. So if you're hearing all this and you're wondering how do you fix this, there's a couple options. If you want to work with me, I do Reiki healing and I can help you rebalance it, and I can actually give you some information about what's causing the imbalance so you can move forward, and I'll give you some tools and tips to do that. Additionally, I have a rooted workshop recording, which I hosted a couple months ago, and it really does give you some information about your root chakra. You do a guided meditation, you do a couple activities, some visualizations, and it does help you to find more stability in your life and move forward on that. So if you are interested in any of those things, send me a message, but if not, I hope that this gave you some more information about your root chakra and why it is so important to feel good and have that balanced. Have a good rest of your day.